What is up, guys? Welcome back to Chivalrous Gaming. I'm the Chivalrous Toaster here with...
some guy he picked up on the street.
I picked up a hobo, thought I'd bring him into a video, sounded like a good idea, regretting that decision now.
I'm getting a sandwich out of this, though.
Lately, I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege. Now, if you're watching this gameplay and you're like, oh, this guy sucks at this game, well...
terrible.
I probably do. I have not yet spent the time necessary to become amazing at this game. Still learning. I'm still watching the tips and tricks videos, looking for all the little hidey spots that pro players use to look at the angles and then get a headshot halfway across the map for no reason. Hopefully it's just good enough to where you don't want to kill yourself watching the video. But I have started to think of some operator ideas while I've been playing the game. Things that I think are missing from the game, or something that I think would add an interesting new way to play Rainbow Six Siege. And the Dragon Warrior here has also come up with a new operator idea, though he has played the game a lot more than I have, so maybe his idea is a little bit better than mine.
Let's just say I'm a Colonel level 100.
Okay, you got a piss bucket?
Mm-hmm.
Playing Battlefield?
Because if you're not peeing, you're not playing Rainbow. Or if you're peeing, you're not playing Rainbow Six.
Yeah. If you're peeing in a bucket, playing Rainbow
You're
Six.
playing Rainbow Six.
All right, so why don't you go first with your operator idea?
All right, I'm gonna go one step further. I have not the exact CTU, but I have the country this guy's gonna hail from and a name. So he hails from Mexico, and his name's gonna be Bandito. My idea for Bandito is I came up with a name. Let's see if you can come up with a name for your guy on the fly. He's a bandit. Listen to this though.
He's a bandito.
He's a bandito. He just robs your guy blind. That's his ability. No,
comes up and steals your renown.
he does. He just comes up and like your account just like minus his renown and rainbow credits, and your guy ends up playing the rest of the round in his underpants because he got his clothes stolen too. But Bandito is going to be the first 4-speed operator, 0 armor in the game, because this is his gadget. He's a gunslinger with akimbo guns. So for primaries, he's going to have a choice of either akimbo Scorpion SMGs or akimbo Uzi SMGs. For secondaries, he's going to have akimbo, my favorite gun in the entire world, Colt Python 357 Magnums. He's going to have choice of either flashbangs, because he's going to have to flash the objective and then just come in there and just do-do-do-doosh. And then he's going to have a choice of that or frag grenades. And I picture him wearing a bandana, because he's a bandito.
Okay, so I kind of get where you're coming from. I have been perusing the Prodigio Pete videos where he discusses new operators. This is one that has been brought up, or at least the idea of bringing in akimbo weapons into the game. And what he brought up, and what I think a lot of the community's problem with something like this is that it makes it feel a little bit more arcadey, more like Call of Duty. In fact, the Colt Pythons that you brought up are from Call of Duty.
They are from Call of Duty.
And I think people's concern is that adding in something like this will make it a little less strategic and tactical, a little more arcadey.
So the reason why I object to that is because it's not going to be, because I believe the video that you're referring to, it's just basically making that an option as basically an attachment. This is going to be a guy's gadget. So the fact that he's going to be 4-speed, he's going to be faster. So he's going to have to rush up in your face. Because of his akimbo ability, he's going to have less range. So his way of playing is going to be flashbang, run in there, and just get up in your face. That's what I think is going to be tactics. You're going to have to pair with Montaigne and follow him, smell his farts, and follow him until you get up to somebody's face.
Yeah, I can see. I think this would be fun, but
I mean,
we're more casual players of this game, and I think competitive players would kind of see this as a little cheesy, and it would make the trap meta that we're currently in a lot more.
You're right. This guy would be
more
screwed
apparent
against traps. Yes.
And you'd see Frost, Legion, Capcan almost every round, and it'd basically eliminate this character completely.
Unless he was kind of like a ghost.
You send Montaigne in.
Unless Montaigne is sniffing farts.
And you let Montaigne take the bear trap?
Just let Montaigne die. Just leave him to die. No, what if this guy was a ghost pick? What if this guy did not get picked hardly ever? What if people played him for the first little bit? And then people are like, he sucks. Then he's that ghost pick that just wins you rounds every once in a while.
I can see it. I would like to see something like this. But I also understand where the more hardcore players are coming from and saying that this is too like Call of Duty. Though I don't think that's a bad thing. I think Call of Duty is a fun game. But I do see where they fear that the game could become more casual and less tactical and strategic than it is with
I'd rather have it be
like
Call
this.
of Duty. I want to have the 12-year-olds yell at me.
Yeah, I miss that.
I miss that too.
But I don't know if that's much better than getting like vote kicked for not getting an ace.
Or getting shot.
Yeah,
Because your
shot for no
teammate, you
reason.
picked the character.
If you guys want to rate that 1 out of 10,
0.
Dragon Warriors idea, maybe we'll get a poll up.
Get a pull up.
Yeah,
Like,
one of the
you have to,
yes or no on what you think about Bandito.
Hey, you come up with a name. If you
All
can
right.
come up with a name that's cooler than my guy.
All right,
And a country.
so my guy,
Wait,
also
wait,
an
wait.
attacker.
Okay, attacker. Is he a man or a woman? Mine's a
He's
man.
gender neutral. He has a grenade. The name that I envision him having is Phantom.
What's the country term?
I don't care. He has a grenade, like a sonic grenade that he throws in. Maybe he can use it like Ying's grenade where he can roll it or something. And instead of flashing people or blowing up stuff like Thatcher's EMP grenade, it emits noise.
So your operator idea is making an attack Ella?
No. What he has is a grenade that he can throw and it makes breaching sounds. So it will make the sound of a wall
okay.
breaking. It'll make the sound of somebody moving, maybe gunshots. You don't get to pick what it does. It just
It's just random.
makes, yeah.
Okay.
I can understand because of how important sound is that this character would be a bit overpowered with something like that, where you could kind of distract somebody with that and then breach in from somewhere else. So I think having like 1 or 2 of these,
Yeah, I think 2 would be fair.
I envision him having maybe like a DMR so he could throw that in, distract somebody and attack from the windows,
Okay.
or like an SMG so he can attack from inside the building, breaching with it at the same time. Maybe like a 417, like the...
No, you'd have
What
to
is it,
pick an
the
American
GIGN?
gun. Yeah, I was gonna say you have to pick an American gun, not a French gun.
But I can't really think of the SMGs because I don't know all of them in the game that he could have, but...
Well, you see, you'd want to pick new weapons because it's a new character. So you'd want to do like
I don't think they have to have new weapons. I think the weapons. I think if we're using weapons that are already in the game, it'll make balancing the characters easier and creating them easier.
I would rather have new weapons because it adds more variety. Because then you get unique guns.
I would like to see another character with the F2000. Maybe just give him the F2000.
Yeah, like the most broken gun in the game.
Yeah, I want that.
That and R4C.
Maybe he could have the same DMR as
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard
SR-25.
has.
What about a Scar H like DMR? So Blackbeard has the Scar assault rifle, but there's also DMR versions. What if you had the DMR version of that?
Yeah, I think that could work. I just kind of want him to play one way or the other. I don't want him to have an assault rifle where he can play both ranges.
Okay.
Because I think with the way the grenade would work, it would be beneficial for him to either be right next to it or like on the other side of a wall so he can throw that. And then maybe he'd be a great teammate to work with, so you could he could throw the grenade and then one person could breach in through another window, and when the defender maybe comes out of their hiding spot, you could kill him or the other guy could get them as well.
I think you should have a revolver, just 'cause I think everybody should have a revolver for their secondary. But what about equipment? That's what I'm curious about. I want to know one thing, because I have an idea of what would make a good equipment. I want to hear if it's what I think.
I think breaching charges would have
That
to be
was
one
what
of
I
his
would say.
options. Maybe claymores. I don't think he could have another grenade option.
Okay.
I think having flashbangs or impact grenades would make him a little too strong. Having flashbangs and a sonic grenade, you could throw the flashbang in, then throw that, and then you wouldn't know anything.
True.
Because you couldn't see or hear, you'd be confused. And I think that would create a balancing issue.
But that could create some good wombos if you pair him with somebody with flashbangs.
And I think that is where this character would be better is in a coordinated team. Kind of like how Castle is on defense. You have to know what you're doing. You have to have a team set up with it. But I think this would be a little easier for like people that are just queuing with 1 or 2 people. So you could have like one person that you're doing
you
strategy
play Buck,
with.
and I'll play this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's how this character would be balanced, is he couldn't have flashbangs or impact grenades. He would have to rely on somebody else to do that.
I could see this getting useless if people don't use this right. So say people just kind of queue in this guy, right? The first thing they do is they breach through the objective and they just huck both grenades in the thing. And then it's just they want to use it to rush people. Instead of using it strategically like you said, where it's let's throw it against this wall over here, right? And it sounds like I'm breaching from this wall. right? And I have a breaching charge on this wall, and I do both at the same time, and so it's, where am I coming from?
So I think what you could do with this is maybe give it some white noise in the background so you could kind of tell, like, okay, that's not him. So you couldn't use it to like rush in there. So you'd be like, okay, it's not that. And maybe this character would be 2 speed, 2 armor. Okay. So they couldn't just run in there really quick.
Not a rush character. Okay.
Yeah. I think this character would need to be somebody who's a little bit slower. Not a 3 armor character because they're useless, but 2 speed, 2 armor.
I like it. I think it's a cool idea. I could see this 2 ways. I could see it turning out like Medivh in Heroes of the Storm, where you're solo queuing and it's horrible and the character doesn't work well. Or I could see this being crazy and being like overpowered. I could see both ways.
Yeah, and look, we're not Ubisoft, so we don't know how to balance characters like this.
No.
We hope you guys did enjoy. Those were just a couple of our operate ideas. Next time, hopefully we'll have defenders, but defenders are a lot harder to come up with in my opinion, because all the ones that I can think of are trap operators, and I don't want any more of those.
What a guy that throws a slick of nacho cheese on the floor you slip on.
Oh, how about a guy that drinks Mountain Dew and eats Doritos and vomits everywhere, so and like, you slip on it.
So like you on a Friday night?
Yeah. All right, we're gonna end the video there. I hope you guys did enjoy. Remember to tell us what you think about these characters down in the comments and give us your own suggestions. And remember to stay chivalrous.